spin down the block row here. Oh, it's nice. It's really light. Easy to ride slow. Handlebar is close to the tank. Man, the clutch is super light. This is even lighter than the Z900 that I just rode. Alright, HadesOmega here. So I'm riding the 2008 Kawasaki Ninja 400. It's a 400, slightly bigger than the 300. I have ridden a Ninja 300 many moons ago. Many moons ago. And I remember it was alright, you know. It has just enough get up and go. But yeah, you really have to twist it. So I'm really interested in this bike because, yeah, I think it would make a nice little track bike, you know. Of course, people have been riding 250s and 300s for a long time now on the track, and it's fun to push them hard. So this has a red line of 12,000, and it goes all the way to 15. The red line starts at 12,000, ends at 15. I guess we'll go through the gauge cluster since we're not going anywhere. Well, let's start off with how big the bike is. I'm 5'10", 175 pounds, and I can easily heel foot it. I can get my heels on the ground. And it's so light, it's very light. Easy to push front and back. Very light clutch. It's kind of, it's not a super aggressive stance like a R6. I'd say it kind of feels more like a Gixxer sort of kind of. But it does have this kind of big tank here that you can lean on if you wanted to, but it's not really designed for that. We'll go over through the gauge cluster. So in the center of it all is your tachometer. And within the tachometer and the 3 o'clock position is your gear counter. And then there's a digital gauge cluster on the right. And it's kind of like a gold or bronze with the black background. It looks pretty readable right now, but it's not super bright out right now. So, and there's a clock under the gear indicator, and then on the left, on the right, digital gauge cluster, you got your fuel and your coolant. We're full on fuel actually. We're not totally warmed up. And then, okay, so there is no handlebar controls for the dash at all. All your controls are on the dash here. So I got an odometer on top, your speedometer in the middle, on the right sorta, and then your miles per gallon. It says miles per gallon UK. I don't know why it says UK. Set to UK miles per gallon standard. So there's a button up here. Adjust your trip and your odometer. You got a trip A and B and your odometer. The bottom one, adjust the bottom one, so it's pretty simple. Figure everything out. You got a range, your current miles per gallon, and your average miles per gallon. Let's put it on miles per gallon. Well, what's our average? 50 miles per gallon, so there you go. I can tell you that now. Real world, 50 miles per gallon. UK though, I don't know what that means. I think the UK miles per gallon is a little different than the American one. I think the American one is less, so I'm not sure. But for 400, this should be able to get more than 50, you know? That's what I'm thinking. It's very low to the ground. I'll tell you how it is to ride once we get rolling. Sounds like all engine. It sounds a little bit more muscular than the 300 that I remember. So I'll kind of tell you right now, the engine is making kind of like a clanking sound on the bottom end, like click, 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 click. It's not the most beautiful engine sounding sound in the world, I'll tell you that now. Engine sounds okay though. But yeah, I don't like the sound of that. the noise the engine makes. A clanking sound. Sounds like something's wrong with this bike. I hope, you know, I don't know. I hope there's nothing wrong with it, but. So you got your indicators on the top here. There's some other Christmas lights around here. I don't know what they do. There's probably like a high beam one, and there's stuff. Alright, HadesOmega here. Off we go. Oh, I can tell you this now, man. This bike is scrunching me down. Oh, my hip is starting to hurt. Yeah, my hip is starting to hurt. This is not good. We just started a demo ride. My hip is starting to hurt already. Old man HadesOmega, dude. Shit, there we go. Oh boy, this did not have to get up and go with the Z900. Alright, HadesOmega here. We're riding the Ninja 400 in San Francisco. Be fun, man. It's very easy to push. So here we go. Yeah, that's a hard time keeping up with that bike. Whoops. Not this one. Man, it has a willingness to turn, though. I'll tell you that, man. Like, so from what I remember riding the Ninja 300 is that it seemed to want to like corner for you, man. You know, like it made you look good, made you look like a superstar when you're riding it. Is it like does all the work for you, you know? Nice, light, very light clutch, good gearbox. Brakes surprisingly good. Let's see how it is going over these bumps here. Ooh. I kind of don't like the clutch. The clutch doesn't feel like it feels like it's too light. I hate to say that because it's really nice because it's light, but it's almost like there's like no clutch at all, you know? It just wants to be revved, man. It just wants to be revved. It don't make any power until you get like past 6,000 RPM, you know? But yeah, from what I remember, like when we get in the turns, it just kind of wants to just fall into the turn for you. It makes like cornering very easy, you know. That was one of the characteristics of the Ninja that I liked. Also, you know what I noticed? When I rode the Ninja 300 before, I remember it feels like your nads are getting smashed into the tank. I'm not getting that feeling on this bike. Like they're getting pushed into the tank, and it feels like the transmission, like the shifter barely moves that much, and it'll go into gear. It's very nice. Everything is very light controls on this bike. Dare I say it might be a little too light. I would want a little bit of feedback, you know. We'll see how it is riding over the bumpy streets of San Francisco. Yeah, it's like you gotta twist it quite a bit to get up the hills. Not even on that steep a hill yet. But I'm not gonna lie, I went from the Z900 to this, you know, the Z900 RS to this, so there is a big difference in power. So he was saying, like, yeah, this bike is lighter than the Ninja 300, more powerful, it's got bigger brakes, it's like pretty much everything the Ninja 300, but you get more, you know, more performance. That's what I'm talking about. It's comfortable to ride too, I like it. You're not too hunched forward, you know. It's not like a raw sport bike, the super sport. But you can tuck in too if you wanted to, you know. Sort of tight. It just doesn't make any power, dude. You gotta really just wind it up, man. But it'll go. It'll go. And it's not like you're gonna be going through the gears so often, because it does have like a 12,000 red line. It takes a while to get there. It's a sweet bike though. It feels good between your legs too. Like the tank is just like in there, you know. So riding it slow is easy. I just feel like the clutch is a little too light. Like I can't really feel it where it's gonna grab. Man, that thing is fast, dude. Whatever he's riding right now. Oh, it's an Ninja 1000. know, I'm just kind of just short shifting it. It's kind of vibey too, man, at like 6,000. Feels like the clutch is like slipping a lot too. Like it doesn't really want to go, you know, like it's slipping. I hope it's adjusted properly. Yeah, it's probably better to shift without the clutch. And it's pretty easy to shift without the clutch. I just got up to 4th gear without the clutch. I don't know if it has a slipper, you know, a quick shifter or anything, but it shifts pretty good without the clutch. Just kind of give it a little bit of gas, and it'll go in the gear. Like, let's let off the gas and give it a little bit of gas, and then boom, it'll be in gear. It's definitely enough power to get around San Francisco, I'll tell you that. So we're gonna hit the freeway here in a second. Get to test its high-speed performance, or freeway speed performance. For that matter, we're gonna want to just give it the beans to get on the freeway. Alright, I'm not gonna downshift, man. We're at like 5,000 RPM right now. Are we gonna do it? Are we gonna do it? Alright, minute 4. Looks like we're gonna... Not bad. I'm just kind of tucked in a little bit here with my elbows on my knees. It has okay wind protection actually. It's not getting the helmet, but it's getting my body. I don't really feel any wind on my body. I can twist it all the way, I don't have to worry about it getting crazy. I'm in 6th gear right now, doing 66 miles an hour, about 6,000 RPM. So you can kind of figure out, like around 70, you're probably going 7,000. At you know, 12,000 RPM, we're going to be going 120 in 6th gear, so that's pretty easy to remember. But it does have a gear counter. A lot of my bikes don't have gear counters, so I know, I really want to wind it up, man. I haven't really got a chance to. But you know, woo! 85 right there, 80. Alright. Yes, it does have some good get up and go when you get it up there, man. I'd say around 9 or 10,000 RPM, it starts pulling hard. 70 miles an hour. It's a little vibey. It's just like the 300, I remember. The 300, woo! Damn! Man! It's you know, it's not super smooth, I'll tell you that, man. But man, it is light, and it's light and agile. You know, once you get it spinned up, it's got some pretty good cojones. But you gotta really spin it up there. All right, here we go. I think we're gonna head back onto the freeway here. Just cornering out. Wowee, man! It just dropped into the corner like that easily. I really want to take this thing on like a twisty road, you know. Oh, I wanted to go, I should have gone on the bumps to see how it does. Oh, no, it gets up and goes. To get it winding up. It screams like a banshee. Well, not like a banshee, but it just kind of makes this. That was pretty crazy when it's spun up, you know. Boy, it's been loud on the freeway though. I don't think I can tuck low enough to get the wind over my helmet. It's just not It's not good wind protection for somebody of my height, 5'10", 175 pounds. Cruising at 74 miles an hour. Oh, okay. Hey, you can keep it with the Ninja 1000. Yeah. It feels like a very aggressive stance when you're getting down on the tank. It's pretty comfortable getting down on the tank, actually. I don't really have to arch my back at all. Feels comfortable in like all the gears too. Oh man, yeah, it's nice, man. It's got a lot of power, man. If you want to twist the throttle, it'll go. Just kind of have to just let it wind up, man. Yeah, after like 10,000, it'll start pulling hard, dude. It's like VTEC kicks in, yo. VTEC kicks in, yo. Yeah, it'll go, and it'll happily just, you know, it'll happily just take your punishment. It likes it. It likes to be ridden hard. That's for sure. So I'll tell you now, man. My wrists are starting to kill me, dude. This has a aggressive enough stance where, like, you know, it hurts my my wrists after a long time of riding. And there's a big jerk going off the throttle in first when you're going slow too. But it's not too, yeah. I can feel it's going back and forth, back and forth. There's like it's like kind of like an on-off switch. Kind of don't like that. Probably not good for Gymkhana because it's that little jerk. But maybe there will be less of a jerk if you put it in like second or something. So now we get to go test how it is riding on the freeway in traffic. It's not cooking me at all. Yeah, you know, it feels really comfortable, except the seat even feels comfortable, I'll tell you that. It feels like a little hard. I'd imagine maybe after like 40, 50 miles, you'll get tired. Your ass will get tired, but yeah, it's not bad. But yeah, it's comfortable riding it. Like, either way, you know, like tucked in or... That's one thing I don't like about the naked bikes. They're not really designed for tucking in, you know, but this one is not too bad. It's kind of like an in-between, you know. It's not like a super sport where you're just like on the tank, you know, but like you're still in the seat. But yeah, I do feel like I'm a little scrunched up in it, like my legs are bent a lot. The seat is really low, so like I said, you can do, I don't know if you can lower it or raise it or something. For me, I would raise it. This bike is kind of too small for me, but I think if you could raise the seat, yeah, it would help a little bit. We're getting 38 miles per gallon, just rolling here. But yeah, so HadesOmega is not really used to riding small displacement motorcycles that much. The bike I started on was a KLR 250, so you really have to, after a while, after I was riding that for a while, you really have to wring its neck to just get it to go anywhere. This one, I'd say it's semi like that. It's semi like that. You kind of do have to wring its neck, but it, you know, it's comfortable at high speeds too. You know, you would think like, oh, light, small bike like this, would, you know, you get blown around by the wind? No, not really. The wind protection is not very good. I'll tell you that. Well, the wind protection is good. Like if you're kind of like tucked in a little bit, it'll keep the wind blast off your chest. But with this windscreen, it's not. You're gonna hit, all the wind is gonna hit your helmet, you know, and it's pretty loud on the freeway. I'll give it that, you know. There's like some naked bikes that are like, you know, for some reason, even though they're naked, they're actually quieter riding than tucking. riding upright and tucking in, you know. Oh, this is painful, man. This is what it's like to ride in an area like the United States. That's not California where you can't split lanes. But yeah, you know, if I had like I said, I hadn't ridden the Ninja 300 in a while, but this is definite improvement over it. 100%, I'll tell you that. It's more comfortable, it's faster, you know. I felt that like at 70 miles an hour, the 300 was like stressed out. This one I'm just like singing along, 70, 80 miles an hour, you know, doesn't care, man. It's a little small for me, but, and man, does it just want to just carve the corners, man. I would love to take this thing on like Highway 9 or something and just tear it up, man. Kind of thought I would get one of these for a track bike one day, maybe. You know, maybe when you can get them used. Just upgrade a few things and then just track it, you know. Yeah, the only thing is my wrists hurt, man. Get too old to ride this kind of bike. You can feel the pain pain on my wrist. This is why I ride dual sports, you know. It's a more relaxed position. But this bike, man, I'm feeling it in the wrist now. It's not really bad like the R6, you know, but it takes its toll on my old body. But having the light clutch and the light throttle help a lot too. I don't really have to grab the throttle too much. And actually, yeah, if you since you got a lot of good leverage on the tank, you can squeeze it with your knees, you know, and hold yourself up. So actually, I just kind of figured out how to alleviate the wrist pain. Just hug the tank with your knees. You get a good groin workout, for sure, doing that, but it helps. The sun is coming up. I'm still just putting along on traffic here, but yeah, you know, it's not too bad. The light clutch and everything, light bike, so easy. It feels like it doesn't want to stall, you know. I haven't stalled it yet, but like I said, the clutch, it feels like it slips like a whole lot, man. I don't know what it is, but I was gonna shift. I would shift with no clutch. It seems to like that too. Just like it a whole lot. Just kind of get off the throttle, give it a little bit of throttle, slip it into the next gear, and it just goes to the next one. So I don't know, maybe the clutch is burnt out on this or something. I don't know how many miles are on it. What I don't like is that you have to reach to the dash to change the info on it. Oh, but it has 97 miles. It shouldn't. Maybe it's just because it has a new clutch or something. It needs to be broken in. But yeah, I didn't get that feeling when I was riding the Z900. That clutch was awesome. Yeah, I feel like the clutch is too light. If we could put some heavier springs in it or something, it would be nice. Like, I feel like it's too light. Like, it's like if I was to compare, like, okay. So those of you that are familiar with archery, you got bows with different poundages. When you pull the string back, well, you know, I'm comfortable with like 30 pounds to like 40 or like 50, that area. Well, so I bought a bow for my girlfriend, and it was like only 15 pounds. It's like half of the 30 pounds that I'm used to, you know, and it just felt so light, you know, I couldn't get a good feeling for it, you know, it's too light, you know. It's like kind of like if you're running in first gear all the time, you know, it's too low a gear. It doesn't have that momentum to keep on going. Same thing with the clutch here, you know. I'm kind of rambling on about the clutch. Yeah, I feel like the clutch is too light. Too light, it doesn't seem like it grabs good enough, you know. It feels like it just slips all the time when you change gears, so. But it is fun driving this bike like you're angry. Because you gotta drive it like you're angry to keep up with the Ninja 1000. Watching out for people that are gonna change lanes into me, you know. This is San Francisco, man. People drive freaking crazy here. Woo! Yeah, you just keep it in gear, man. Keep it in gear and just don't shift till you get to the red line, man. This bike has plenty of power, dude. Yeah, dude, it won't go. It won't go unless you rev it up. I was in fifth and then I twisted it. I'm like, oh, it's not going. We got to downshift. Okay, so this is pretty much the end of the demo ride. Pretty much the end of the demo ride. I like this bike, you know, it's, if you're used to riding a Ninja 300 and you want to get something better, you know, a Ninja 500, Ninja 400 is, you know, it's pretty good. I like it. I really want to take this thing on the corners and rail it. Yeah, so I liked it. It's a good bike. I don't know how much MSRP is. I'll put a subtitle below. You really gotta rev it to get some power out of it, though. If you like the feeling of just like fucking twisting that throttle all the time to get power, this is the bike for you. I'm used to more torquey bikes, but you just want something to punish, this'll do it, man. And it'll do it happily, so too. That's the end of the demo ride. I really enjoyed it. It's a good bike. I like it better than all the other smaller bikes. That's for sure. It's sweet. This is a sweet looking bike, too. Man, look at it. It's mean looking, dude. Mean looking. Looks like a shark. It's got like a shark nose. It's a great little bike. It's good for beginners too. I think the engine, it doesn't sound very nice. It sounds like it's broken. But look at how they molded the light in here. That's really nice. I like that. It's really sleek. Like it just cuts through the air, man. Oh yeah, you know what? I didn't notice my boot hitting the exhaust too. That was another complaint I heard about it. I didn't notice it, so yeah. I don't have really big feet. I got like 10. I'm riding a 10, so